You can call them the Giant Slayers. The Dallas Cowboys have now beaten the New York Giants in 10 of their last 11 meetings, handing the G-Men yet another L on Monday night prime time football. A 23-16 victory for the boys had them sitting pretty at 2-1, and a lot to recap here on Cowboys Flashback. I'm Haley Sutton in the studio here at the Star in Frisco. Let's get things started. A much improved effort from this Cowboys offense. It's a 3-0 record for the men behind center. In Cooper Rush, we trust. The backup proving to everyone he's capable of holding it down while we wait for the return of Dak Prescott from that thumb injury. Cooper Rush, now the only player in league history since the 1970 merger to lead 3 game-winning drives in his first 3 career starts. And of course, Coop was cool, calm, and collected after the game.
Hey, Cooper, how you doing? Can you talk about what this win means for this team and for you in your second start?
Yeah, division opponent. You want to get off, in the division on the right foot. Another great team win. Our defense holding another offense under 20, running the rock, making plays outside. It's just kind of what we want to do. We want to come in here and, a division game is what it's about. It's coming in and winning.
All you do is win. I mean, fourth quarter drives what does that say about you and what you've done?
Yeah, it was huge for us. I think we went 90 or 89, something like that, in that fourth quarter. That was a big one. Zach in the huddle said we're going 90, and everyone kind of locked in. We did, and guys made plays all over the field, running the ball tonight, unbelievable. I don't know our numbers, but I'm sure it was good.
As a quarterback, what do you say after you see a play like CeeDee Lamb, great ball, he drops it, but then you see the resiliency and him coming back and making a fantastic grab to help kind of swing the tide and put it away for you guys? Yeah,
he's CeeDee Lamb. He's going to make plays. I'm sure he wants that one back, but you're going to hang with a guy like that. He's an unbelievable player. I didn't even realize someone told me the fade he caught one hand. I didn't know that. So unbelievable catch. I was just making sure his feet got down. And big time player. Ran a good 4 route on a play, and that's what he's about.
I'm sorry if you already asked this, but fourth quarter, the game obviously gets tight, and it just seems like your other starts where you played some of your best ball. How do you feel in the fourth quarter of these games when it's tight? Does it feel any different to you?
No, we felt good on offense. We were moving it all night. Some penalty issues kind of got us set back a couple times, and so we felt good as a group. Just let's execute, no more penalties, and we can move the ball on them, and we were able to.
No Dalton Schultz in the game, but you saw Peyton Hendershot, the rookie, had a couple of penalties called against him, but he bounced back and delivered some big plays in the second half. Can you talk a little bit about the chemistry that you guys might have built? Yeah,
Peyton's awesome. A guy who loves ball, wants to learn. Both those young tight ends, man, they're in it. They're great to work with. Super happy for Peyton. He bailed me out on a catch, unbelievable catch behind him, and then we got him on the sideline shot. Those guys are just going to keep getting better and better. It's very exciting.
The 4th and 4 in the fourth quarter, did you know y'all were going for it at that point, and just what was going through your mind and getting the ball to CeeDee there?
Yeah, it's 4th down. Ball's got to come out, make a play. CeeDee, great job getting to the sticks. Kellen had the right call on for the pressure, and we got up there, got the first down.
Cooper, in your current role, how important is it to follow up a good game against Cincinnati with another solid game, solid performance overall?
Yeah, that's the job. You got to come in. You got to play well every week. That's how this league works at every position. Week in, week out, you got to show up. And we were able to build some momentum last week and then carry it into this week. And if we just don't hurt ourselves and keep staying on track and making plays, I think we'll be all right.
Cooper Rush became just the 3rd quarterback in franchise history to win the first 3 starts of his career, joining the great Roger Staubach and Jason Garrett. He went 21 of 31 with 215 passing yards, tossing that game-winning touchdown to CeeDee Lamb. But let's be real. It was the other side of the ball that really made a difference. The defense lit up the stat sheet all night long, but who made the biggest impact? That's coming up next on Cowboys Flashback.
Dallas Cowboys Flashback, presented by Reliant, is brought to you by AT&T, the official 5G innovation partner of the Dallas Cowboys, and by Reliant, an NRG company. This segment is brought to you by AT&T, the official 5G innovation partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Hey, man, I'm going to be quick because we're going to have a hell of a plane ride home, okay? Hey, guys, hey, great job. Everybody knows the schedule. First division win, outstanding. You talk about complimentary football, way to go, okay? Way to go. We definitely have some things to clean up. We'll hit that Wednesday. Okay, Michael, break it down.
Hey, what's up? Let's during this off day, get back in the books on Wednesday. Hey, Cowboys on 3. 1, 2, 3. Cowboys!
Its quarterback Daniel Jones was terrorized all night long by this Cowboys defensive line with constant pressures that forced him to use his legs and escape a collapsing pocket on more than 1 or 2 or 3 occasions. And leading the way was none other than DeMarcus Lawrence, who was all up in Jones's face. 3 sacks for the big man and 3 QB hits and 6 tackles. That's the 3rd time in his career he's had 3 sacks in a single game. Just another day at work for the Tank.
How does it feel to get those 3 sacks?
Answer his question first.
Yeah, man. You know, it feels great to actually be him. You know, all glory to God. But I mean, the first 2 games didn't go as well as I planned, and had to keep going out fighting each and every day, to get to these sacks. And I mean, they just come in bunches. So I was just all glory to God.
How you feeling?
I'm okay. The body should be hurting after a tough fight win like that, and I'll be all right.
You're going to pass Micah next week?
Most definitely. Most definitely.
When you came into the locker room, did you at least get good news? I mean, obviously you were able to come out there and play again, so what was your concern at the moment?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know. I didn't want to chance it and, mess it up more than what it was, but it was just a little soreness. So, all glory to God that I'm healthy, and I'll be back out there next week.
So everything structurally was sound?
Indeed. Oh, yeah.
Micah Parsons with a quiet but effective night. But if you think we'd move on before talking about one of the biggest plays of the game, who else would put this one to bed than Trevon Diggs? The game-ending pick in the final seconds marked his first interception of 2022. No better time to pick up where he left off last season.
Trevon, so close on a couple of them, but then to get the one at the end, the interception. What was that like? Can you just kind of take us through the play?
I really was just trying to end the game, get off the field, walk out here with a win.
When you have those ones, what's going through your mind? Now, one, I think it might have been a pick 6.
Yeah, I just had the short memory because I was down a little bit about it, because I usually make those plays, and I was just down about it, like it's going to come back. So when it come back, I make sure I make it. So when it came back, I made sure I made it.
You and CeeDee both kind of had similar redemption stories tonight.
Yeah.
Both of you dropped a chance at a good one, and then came back and made plays late. Did you guys talk at all about it?
Yeah, of course.
Both of you to be able to bounce back.
When I seen him, I seen that he was down. I seen that, he was kind of upset about the drop. So I went over to him. I said, relax. You got it. Let's go. Get back. And I got you. You got me. So we both had our, plays, and then we both made the plays back up later.
You've seen him play all the time. When you see that one-handed catch, you shake your head and you go, what?
I know, that's him. He's him. He does that all the time in practice, So him making that play, it was just amazing to see, he do it all the time. So I was happy for him. I was excited.
You've only given up 3 touchdowns in 3 games. I mean, what can you say about the way you guys are flying around? I mean, you're making it hard on other teams right now.
Yeah, for sure. Defense travels. So, we got to make sure we're always on our stuff. Coach Q putting us in the right scheme, making the right plays. Everyone's just on defense executing their job. So, we just got to keep it up every week, 1 week at a time.
When you're winning games, Trevon, without key starters, what does that do for the confidence of the team?
It boosts the confidence because, you see what we're capable of with the starters and you see what we're capable of without the starters. So, we just got to keep the same thing. Everyone, we have a standard. Everyone got to do their job. So if it's next man up, that's what it is. And we expect you to do what the starters do.
How sweet was that touchdown catch by CeeDee?
Amazing. Super sweet.
Second straight game for Diggs to make a game-saving play in that 4th quarter. The Dallas wide receivers making light work of the Giants secondary. We're breaking down the biggest playmakers when we return on Cowboys Flashback.
This segment was brought to you by AT&T, the official 5G innovation partner of the Dallas Cowboys. This segment is brought to you by Ashley, the official furniture store of the Dallas Cowboys.
12 receptions on 18 targets for CeeDee Lamb in the 23-16 win over the Giants. But wide receiver 1 didn't have a perfect game. He had a huge drop that probably would have been a walk-in touchdown in the second quarter. But rather than stay down on himself, CeeDee did what any number 1 would do. He bounced back. Cooper Rush orchestrating an 11-play, 89-yard drive in the fourth quarter in which Lamb completed 3 of the final 4 passes, including that one-handed grab in the corner for the go-ahead touchdown.
CeeDee, what can you say about the way you mentally process the frustration of the drop and bounce back?
Very frustrating, honestly, just because, I practiced all week, all off-season, just on focusing in on the ball, and I let that one slip away. It was tough, personally, just because, like I said, all the hard work I put in just for, one play away, I let it slip, you know what I'm saying?
But then in the fourth quarter, not only the one-handed touchdown catch, but the fourth down catch, getting rocked, holding on, and then the catch down to the 1. Did that feel like a breakthrough drive for you?
Most definitely. I appreciate Kel for trusting in me and all the guys, believing in my ability. And it was tough. It was a tough, third quarter. Just kind of I kept thinking about it. All the guys kept preaching to me to, let it go. We still got more game left. And then fourth quarter, when I kept hearing my number being called, I knew it was my opportunity again. So I had to step up.
What's the sense of pride in the fact that you were able to bounce back with and make those big plays down the stretch to help this team win?
Most definitely show all the love that I have for this team, and I was willing to do anything, to make up for, a touchdown potentially that I left in the first quarter, I want to say. It was tough. It was a tough one, but I'm happy we came out victorious.
Did it feel like the offense turned a corner tonight?
Yeah, most definitely. Second half, we had to kick into a new gear, I want to say. Just playing complimentary football. Special team was, getting us great field position. Shout out to Terp. And, Coop was doing what Coop does. He was dotting everything, and, just building us up, as a team and as a unit.
Did you learn about your mental toughness tonight?
Did I learn about it? No. I always knew I had it. It was just kind of me just, being positive throughout the whole situation.
You mentioned that you had some teammates talking to you saying, hey, stick with it. Is there a particular comment that stuck out to you that really kind of helped you?
Not necessarily. It was kind of, the same thing. It was like a situation where I had to deal with most importantly on my own. Obviously just understanding that I'm the one that dropped the ball for the guys. So knowing that I had to make this up in the back end of the game, understanding that it was going to take it, like the game was going to go down to the wire, and I had to step up. It was mandatory.
Noah Brown with another big game as well, eclipsing his previous career best in single-season yardage. He was 5 of 7 for 54 yards. Are we finally feeding Zeke? The running back getting in on the scoring action. The key to his success coming up next on Cowboys Flashback.
This segment was brought to you by Ashley, the official furniture store of the Dallas Cowboys.
How about the Jason Peters effect? The newly signed offensive lineman activated to the 53 right before the game. He checked in just about 5 minutes into the second quarter, and while his snaps were limited, his impact was not. First play with him at guard, and Tony Pollard breaks the longest play of the season, a 46-yard scamper up the field. 176 total rushing yards for the Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with his first touchdown of the season. He talked about the growing success of the ground game for the Cowboys.
You look at what you guys did tonight on the road in the division with a backup quarterback. How important is that win for where this team is trying to go?
It's really big. We needed some momentum, as a team, going on the road with a backup quarterback. It's going to be a little tough. It's always tough on the road, tough division game on the road. But, Coop was poised as usual. We ran the ball really well, and defense balled out.
You and Pollard both ran the ball particularly well. Kind of a good give and take throughout the football game. How much were you guys able to get in the group tonight?
Yeah, we got in a real good groove today. The O-line did their thing. They established that line of scrimmage. We established the run early, and in the second half we adjusted well and kept running well.
You guys have talked about the belief since the start of the season. Not a lot of people believed that you guys would win 2 games after Dak goes down. What does the last 2 efforts say about the belief and how good this team is?
We don't really care what y'all believe. Only thing that matters is these guys in this locker room, and we got a lot of faith in ourselves, and we know what type of team we are, and hopefully people start respecting it.
CeeDee on that drive when they get a touchdown, he converted the fourth down, and just overall responded well from the drop that he had earlier.
Man, yeah, CD got that 8-8 on for a reason. He's a superstar. I think he had a hell of a game. He had the one drop early, but he responded and had that big drive and that big touchdown catch. CD's a hell of a player, and he's only gonna get better.
What do you say about him to respond like that? You got what's going to happen in the game to be able to move on from it.
It just shows this type of mentality he has, the way he attacks this game, and that's exactly how I do it. He attacks the defenses attacks the other defenders, and hell of a player.
It looked like he was beating himself up pretty good about that in the aftermath. What did you guys all say to him to kind of get him back on track and ready to play?
The last play don't matter. The most important play is the next one, and CD he got that mentality, so he got high expectations of himself. So that's why he kind of beating himself up, but. All that mattered is that how he responded, and he responded real well.
Seeing a guy with those expectations, Zeke, to break through like he did tonight, what does that do for the rest of the team to see that?
I think it just kind of sums up our team right now. We got high expectations for ourselves, and we came out flat in that first game, and we needed to respond in these next couple games, and that's what we did. We responded real well, and all we got to do is we got to keep this momentum going and get ready for this next week.
With his 1-yard score, Zeke has now scored a rushing touchdown against the Giants in 5 consecutive games. We'll see if he can keep that streak alive the next time they meet on Thanksgiving. And you know who else we need to be thankful for? Special teams. I'll tell you just how special they were right after this.
Dallas Cowboys Flashback, presented by Reliant, was brought to you by AT&T, the official 5G innovation partner of the Dallas Cowboys. Reliant, an NRG company. And by NFL Game Pass. You'll never miss a game again. Enjoy full and condensed game replays from Week 1 to the Super Bowl.
Monday's game, a prime example of why they call him Money Maher. Brett Maher keeping the Cowboys afloat in this divisional rivalry win, knocking down 3 of his 4 attempts. He was money from 26, 28, and a game-long 44. Now, he did miss one from 59 yards out, but still a clutch performance. And you can't say clutch without Kevontae Turpin's name being thrown in the mix. This guy is so elusive on returns, nearly breaking free in the 4th before finally being brought down. A 28-yard return would lead to that 44-yarder from Maher to make it a 2-score game. So was this the complimentary football head coach Mike McCarthy has been preaching? Here's his post-game thoughts.
Defensively, you've only given up 3 touchdowns all season. How well you keep another team like this?
Yeah, I think our defense really, we've talked about this throughout camp, just the expectation is being met. I think our defense really has picked up where they left off last year. I thought the second half of the season they really came on super strong, and the confidence, the continuity, the depth, it's definitely a strong part of our football team.
This week we saw Michael Gallup tracking and trending like he was going to play on Monday. I know that Sunday's practice was a big one for him. Doesn't sound like there was any physical setbacks, so why the decision not to play him tonight?
Well, I think we all recognize it's more than just the physical. There's some things that he needed to go through. I thought the padded practice was a huge day for him. He had some contested catches, had 2 vertical plays on the boundary that were Michael Gallup-esque. Was going up on deep balls, and we just feel like he needs a little more of that. So we just didn't get quite across the finish line.
You've been a play caller before. Is Kellen kind of in a rhythm right now?
Oh yeah, I really like the game Kellen called. I think just coming out of week 1, our process is good. It's the 3rd year of the staff being together. I think he's doing a really good job using the assistant coaches, and we're being able to stay aggressive and really focus on getting Zeke and Tony the ball, and we're doing the right things. So I thought he called a hell of a game tonight.
Sorry, go ahead. Yeah. Is that one of the best times you talked about running the ball, and is that one of the best times you've seen the run game since you've been here?
Yeah, definitely. We're getting there. It's I think we're 28 rushes somewhere. We're close. The goal is to get over 30, and But yeah, we're getting close to where we want to be. You know, obviously we'd like to have some more point production. You want to be kicking field goals. We want to, you know, score touchdowns. So we definitely, if you look at the, you know, the 3 games we played in, we're definitely trending the right way. And because at the end of the day, it's about ball distribution and being in schemes that guys can, you know, have whiteness in their knuckles, get off the ball and go get them. So I think we're doing a much better job of that.
Tony.
So it is a 23-16 win for the Cowboys. Dallas now with 7 consecutive wins against the NFC East. That's the longest active winning streak against one's division in the NFL, and a good indicator that next week's game against Washington might skew in their favor. That'll do it for us here on Cowboys Flashback. I'm Haley Sutton. We will see you next time.